there, yarny friends. It is Rachel here with Yarn at Play Crochet. So I'm doing an in-depth yarn review today of Picasso. Look at that. It is absolutely beautiful. And if you can believe it, it feels softer than it looks. It is a fantastic feeling, fantastic looking yarn from iceyarns.com. Link in the description below if you want to see all of the pricing and details on this yarn. So this is an acrylic blend yarn. Let me see. I have my details here. It is 44% acrylic and 56% polyester. It is a 4 medium worsted weight. It is a 1.76 ounce ball or a 50 gram ball. You get 8 balls in a pack and you get 125 yards or 115 meters per ball. Now they recommend a needle size of 5 millimeter for this. A lot of times I would bump up my crochet hook size, but I actually found that my 5 millimeter crochet hook crocheted this up beautifully. So I'm going to show you how this works up here really quick, and then we will get into the nitty gritty on how it works for amigurumi and how it handles in the wash. So this works up really, really nicely. Whoop. It would be helpful if I did a double crochet instead of a single, you know, details. It works up really nice. I was really pleasantly surprised with how smooth this works up, how quickly it works up, and just kind of the pattern and the stitch definition. Like, it's all really pretty. It's definitely a fuzzy yarn. It is a chain spun yarn, so you're not going to have any splitting at all. It is completely split proof. So that is not something that you need to be anxious about if that is something that you struggle with generally. This yarn does have quite a halo to it and quite a fuzz, which gives it its silky softness, but also for some people might make it a bit trickier to work with. It certainly is going to make it a little bit trickier to pull out. So I'll show you how it rips out here in a minute. I'm going to do this fast because I want you to see exactly what you're up against with this yarn. So we're going to just rip it out. Yep, I'm getting some snagging. There it goes. There it goes. This is not a great frogging yarn, but I wouldn't expect it to be with all of that fuzziness on there. I really wouldn't. So if you do it softly, you're going to be much more successful. So it's not that you can't frog it. You absolutely can. You just got to be a little gentle and a little slow as you pull out your stitches. Can't go fast with this one. Just got to treat it delicately and it will frog out for you. So that is how that works there. Obviously the colors are gorgeous. I don't have to tell you that. You can see that for yourself. It is just a beautiful yarn. I was really, really impressed with this. Everyone raves about it, and so I kind of figured it was oversold, hyped up a bit much. But honestly, the way that that color is, the way that they pop like that, that shine in there is just beautiful. And it is super duper soft. It is lovely. So as a whole, I really like this yarn. But everyone knows that this is a great yarn. So how does it work up in different situations? So this is what just a granny square swatch looks like of that. I want to show you, because I am an amigurumi fan, how it looks worked up as an amigurumi ball. And I was expecting this to be a lot more difficult to work with. I never use fuzzy yarns for my amigurumi, but my goal is to try everything in a little amigurumi ball swatch. So if amigurumi is your jam, you can see how it works up. When I started my spiral here, it was a bit fiddly. Tightening up my magic ring was a little bit difficult just because of all of the fuzz on this yarn. But once I got it all set and started, it really did a beautiful color fade. And then you could see as I got farther out, it came into just more striping because of the color difference and how many stitches I had on there. And it worked up really pretty. I did not have any issues with this as I was working it up. Like I said, getting it started was a little bit fiddly in there, but once I was stitching it up, it was fine. If you were doing some sort of like rainbow unicorn or just wanted something super duper colorful for an amigurumi project, this might be a great option for you. Just be aware that it is going to have a bit of a fuzz to it. It's not bad though. You can see because those stitches are so tightly stitched together, the fuzz is not nearly as dramatic as it is here. The fuzz here, it's going to be a lot fuzzier here than it is in the amigurumi ball, which of course I just immediately dropped on the ground. But I thought that that was really fun, really pretty. My kids immediately snatched it and were playing with it all day. They had a blast with it. I have a feeling the more of these swatches that I make up, these are going to wind up as Christmas ornaments on my Christmas tree this year, which I'm totally fine with. How fun is that? A bunch of yarn ornaments that my kids cannot break and destroy. I think it's great. Anyways, so that is how it looks worked up amigurumi style. So these are our two baselines, and I did do a hot wash, hot dry on this to see how it would survive durability wise. I didn't have great expectations because this is a super fuzzy yarn. I was correct. I would definitely, and I'll show you how my swatch came out of the wash here. Do you see that? Do you see the carnage? Oh, nope, that's not better. Come on, focus in. There we go. Oof. That is rough. So, I don't think that there's specific washing directions on Ice Yarn's website for their yarns. If there is, I'm just blanking, but I don't remember seeing it. I'm just going to tell you straight up here. I do this hot wash, hot dry test to put yarns through the absolute worst case scenario. So someone who doesn't normally do the laundry at your house, say, you know, a loved one is visiting, they decide to help you out by throwing in a little laundry, and this happens. I'd probably be crying in my coffee over that. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty rough. Since there aren't specific wash directions on Ice Yarn, sorry about my eczema in the picture there, that's kind of yucky. Since there aren't specific directions on washing this on Ice Yarn's website that I've seen, I would just err on the side of caution and hand wash, lay flat to dry. It came out okay-ish out of the hot wash. It was still already starting to fuzz, but it wasn't horrible when it came out of the washing machine. My dryer only dries on hot because I have an old dryer and that's just what it does. It has no temperature options. So hot wash is my only option. Definitely would not throw this in a hot dry. No way. It came out way worse of the dryer than it did out of the washing machine. If you wanted to attempt to do this in like a garment bag or a lingerie bag on a cold temperature on the gentle cycle, I would definitely recommend swatching it up. See how the yarn holds up for you. I mean, this little granny square here, the solid granny square, I mean, it took me all of like 15 minutes to work up. So, I would recommend, if you really want to machine wash it, you want to avoid hand washing, test it out for yourself. I would do cold wash. I would do gentle cycle. I would throw it in a garment bag. I definitely would not throw it in your dryer. Nope, don't do it. I don't even think that a low temperature dry is going to protect that. I just really don't. So I would still recommend lay flat to dry on this for sure. Obviously there has been no color fading or bleeding. The colors are still popping. They look beautiful, but if you do not want to have just that extreme fuzzing, protect your stuff. Swatch it up. If you really want to try machine washing it, you can. Otherwise, I would say hand wash, lay flat to dry. I would. But if you are used to hand washing your items, that's no new thing. And it is still absolutely gorgeous. The price on it is pretty fantastic. For a single skein, a single pack on Ice Yarn's website, which again is 8 50-gram balls, which are 125 yards or 115 meters. So for 8 of those, if you had nothing else in your cart, so worst case scenario with the high shipping cost on Ice Yarn, it would run you $17.94 for a single pack with shipping included, which comes out to a total of $2.24 a ball. 100% worth it. Absolutely. It's beautiful. $2.24 for this. Are you kidding me? It's beautiful. I love it. It's just, I mean, I could sit and look at this all day. And this is super fun. Super duper fun. I bet that there are plenty of people who could work this into a really fun amigurumi project. Or if you just want to make a bunch of balls and hang them on your Christmas tree, why not? That's super fun. And it worked up really easily. So I love Picasso. I really do. I highly recommend it. It is a fantastic yarn. I do not think that you're going to be disappointed. I was expecting to be disappointed because of all the hype around this. I was not disappointed. Just be careful with that washing machine because oof, that is some rough stuff. I will say that it might have softened up a smidge, but it's negligible. It really isn't any significantly softer. And the just the wreckage is not worth it. So if you want to keep yourself looking beautiful just like this, that stitch definition, that perfect amount of fuzz without the excess and the pilling, hand wash, lay flat to dry. Test it out for yourself, see what you think. But that is my recommendation for sure on this one. But if you found this yarn review helpful, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more. I have 7 more ice yarns that I did a hot wash, hot dry test on. All rainbow yarns. I'm super excited to get into all of them and show you exactly what my thoughts are and what the care for them should be when you are caring for your garments and washing your garments. If you want to see more content like this, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. That just helps this get more seen. And so we can increase our little community here at Yarn Art Play Crochet. But in the meantime, I had a lot of fun working with this. I am already dreaming up some fantastic stuff for my girls. All 3 of my girls who are old enough to know what's what about yarn are drooling over this and begging me to make them snugglies and loveys out of this. So I am sure I will get lots of fun projects made out of this beautiful yarn. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.